first of all, about Andrade, that's a major hit to AEW. He was one of the top guys on Saturdays on Collision.
Yes.
I really felt like, you could talk about when wrestlers move to another company, or they're being used the right way or they're not being used the right way. I really liked the way Andrade was used in AEW. I think they presented him as a star, which he is. They presented him as a main eventer. He was in a lot of main event matches, obviously a big pay-per-view match this past Saturday at World's End. That's a major loss, I think, for AEW. So it's going to be interesting to see where he goes now, Andrade. And, he's doing work again with CMLL. So we'll see what the future holds for Andrade. And then you mentioned the women's division. And, man, this has been a big jolt for the women's division in AEW over the past week. You mentioned Julie Hart. Julie Hart is going to join us this morning here on Busted Open, but Deonna Purrazzo now being a part of AEW, the women getting some high-profile matches. I'm very interested to see what the women's division is going to do. And the big thing, and for me, and I'm not just saying this because you're my good friend and because you're my co-host, I think a lot of fans are excited about you being back and what's in store for Thunder Rosa in 2024 in AEW. So I know there's been a lot of criticism about the women's division in AEW, but man, if there was ever a time to be excited, it's right now when it comes to that women's division.
And we all have really high hopes, and I think, for me, one of the things that Mickie said a couple weeks ago about being in the, what is it? In this like journey of professional wrestling. Like I said, I'm back.
She said it's like a Ferris wheel. It's almost like a Ferris wheel. Yeah.
So I just keep reminding myself of that. I'm not going to be desperate. I'm not going to be mad. It is what it is. You just have to wait your turn. And again, like the most important part for me was the comeback. And I'm back. So people can't stop asking, when are you going to be back in the ring? And then if you just don't ask me, if you don't see me in the ring, that's not up to me. I'm ready and I'm willing and I'm healthy, and that's what matters. And I'm here to work. I am here to, make the division better, assist my peers who have been holding this division for the entire year to the best of their ability. And some of them have, become champions, and some of them became champions 2 or 3 times. And they have developed their characters to a point in where you never thought they would. Perfect example, the crazy, most delusional of them all, which is Timeless Toni Storm. She's very popular, and people are really into her character and what she's doing inside and outside of the ring. So, and the same thing goes for Julia Hart, who a lot of people were just like seeing her as somebody young and naive, and look at her. She has become one of the fan favorites. The entrance and with her wrestling, her short vignettes and everything. So they had done a pretty tremendous job on that. Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander, Athena. Let's not forget Athena. Athena has had some of probably the best matches of her career at ROH, and there's so many more, honestly. And I am very proud of working with the women that I'm working at the moment. They're very uplifting. And I can share this now since I can talk about it. Chris Statlander was the one who helped me with my first match when I got cleared, and I have the footage, and I was never able to put it until like probably now. I'm gonna put it at one point on my YouTube. She volunteered to help me because she's been through what I've been through in terms of injuries, and like that to me was very empowering. Having women that they want to help you to get better, and they care to make the division better. And she is one of them. Willow is one of them. Athena is one of them. Julia is one of them. I love working with Julia. She's amazing. Sky Blue is another one. So it's just like some of them are very, very young, but they are willing to put everything down the line to make the division better. So and the numbers were really good. I will have to say this last segment on Dynamite, Maria May was excellent. That's the View match. She did what she needed to do. The segment did what it needed to do. And then at the end of the segment, when she cut the promo, she was really funny. And now she showed that she is a heel, right? So they've taken her time to develop her, and they've taken the time to tell a story for her, which is so important, especially when you're introducing new characters to the division. And she has done a tremendous job on doing that. And we will see where this dynamics are going to go with Deonna now being on Dynamite, and knowing that everybody knows that she's coming for the title and she wants to come against Toni Storm. And I mean, there's ramblings that there's more women coming into AEW. So I'm just curious, as always, to see where all this is going to go. Again, I am myself preparing to get in the ring whenever they call me, for me to get in the ring and for me to do vignettes, for me to do anything. I'm preparing myself. You always have to stay ready no matter what. So I'm doing the small part that I have to do in the women's division. And if my time comes at one time to possibly try to go for a title again, because I never lost it. Let's be honest, I never lost it. Fine. I'm ready.
I would love it, because you need that opportunity, because like you just said, you never lost it. And I love everything you just said, Thunder, because it is about timing. It is about moments. So smart bringing you back in Texas, having that entrance for you. That was big. And the pop you got was tremendous. I felt so good when I heard those fans chanting your name. And then the same thing with Deonna Purrazzo. What better way to debut Deonna Purrazzo in AEW than having it in her home state of New Jersey? And Deonna, I think she's still, and I think she even tweeted this, that she's still on cloud 9, because that moment was tremendous. I don't know if I was there live, so I don't know if they showed this on TV or not, but her dad was at ringside. And as soon as the segment was over, she immediately went and hugged her dad, and there was tears in her eyes. And you genuinely just felt so good for Deonna, because, you know, she's been a friend of the show. She's been on this show so many times, but emotional connection. That's how you get. Listen, when they see Thunder Rosa come back and there's an explosive pop from the crowd, that's going to make the people at home feel the same way that the people do in the arena. Same thing for Deonna on Wednesday night. When they hear the crowd react to her coming to the ring, then the people at home are going to feel that way too. And I just feel like this last week for AEW was such a jump forward for that women's division. And I thought you did just now a tremendous job of breaking that down. So I'm extremely excited for Collision tomorrow night. I saw Rampage tonight, and then what we're going to see in 2024 with this women's division, Thunder.
Like I said, the possibilities are endless. There is a lot of talent, and they're very great talent at AEW. And when the women are ready to work, the women are ready to put in the work, the women are ready to have an opportunity, and I'm talking about everyone in the locker room, to show what they are made of. And I think it is important for everybody to know that we are ready to work, and we are ready to become stars, the ones that are like the up and comers. Queen Aminata, that's another example. She is absolutely great. She has what it takes to be a star.
She got a great reaction too. She got a really good reaction.
Yes. So there is a lot of talent at AEW Women's Division. Lots and lots. They all just need an opportunity to shine. That's the bottom line. Well, because Thunder Rosa said so. But also, let me pivot to another women's division. That is the NXT Women's Division. And yes, it's Friday. And yes, I love to talk about the women, because we all talk about David ranting about Cody, because he is not going to be on the head of the table. But okay, let me.
No, you do you, Thunder. Thunder, you make a great point. I'm very passionate about Cody, so I'm going to go on rants about Cody. You're very passionate about women's wrestling.
I love Cody, but let me tell you.
You have the right to talk about that. So you know what? You do you. This is your day. Friday's your day. You talk about what you want to. If people don't like it, fuck you. Learn and listen, and then maybe you'll understand. Go ahead, Thunder. It's all
right,
you.
we're talking about the NXT New Year's Evil, which had 3 matches on Tuesday, and starting with the NXT Women's Champion, Valkyria. Oh my God.
A lot. And her and Blair Davenport, they killed it. What a way to start off that show Tuesday night.
Dude, I mean, that make me hard. I'm sorry. That was a good match.
Wow. Wow. Wasn't seeing that coming.
It's Freaky Friday. Yeah, wrestling.
That's freaky, all right.
Yeah. No, it was good. What a best way to describe it. I mean, I've said it multiple times. There's like certain things in wrestling that make me like this orgasmic, and one of them is when wrestling is hard and it's like hard hitting, and it's just like it tells a good story, and it's not very long, but it just goes straight hard to the point. It was good. There was foreplay.
When it's hard and it's not very long.
This good climax, everything you need in a match. What? It was true. It was a good match. It was a great
match. It was great.
I'm happy what Valkyria is doing with her character, and also what she's doing in the ring. You will have to say, well, she's not very complicated. She doesn't do a lot of like crazy stuff, but it's okay. Like the way that she wrestles and the way that she presents herself as a champion, it's perfect. And they had a really solid match. And I like at the end of the segment that, this woman, man, I'm always following her on Instagram, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are following her too. When she comes and interrupts and tries to hit her, and it was just
this is kind of like a cloud above the champ. Like, what's going on here? So
every time you're a champ, you have a target on your back. Everybody wants to be where you at, and there's a couple up and comers that have been waiting for an opportunity, and they're just trying to cash in whatever they have to cash in, so is Nikita Lyons is one. She just came back, and she wants an opportunity. And Lola Vice, who's one of the hottest up and comers in NXT with capital letters, hottest. She wants a chance. She wants to show what she is, who she is, because she was, I don't know if you follow her before she was a champion in NXT, a wrestler. She was a badass MMA fighter, and she knocked a couple girls out cold.
Nice.
So, and she used to twerk afterwards. So that's my thing. Today, I wanted to talk about the person that is my wrestler of the week. There were so many options. There's so many segments. There were so many cool things that happened this week that people talked about. And I know this person made Busted Open trend again. Busted Open being the most talked podcast show in the United States and probably in the world. This person has a lot of tattoos. And when he comes in the ring, he's the most electrifying man in the world. This individual make a lot of people jump out of their seats this week. And when he got the opportunity to say, "Finally, The Rock has come back to San Diego," I even said it myself. So for me, this week, my wrestler of the week, and I know the one that you like ripped him an asshole, is The Rock. Hey, he got away with singing his own national anthem. I'm impressed. I am impressed. And then he has the segment. And the segment was like a 15-minute segment. And he was just going on in tangents, and popping the fans. He made so many moments. I was just like, bro, this is money. And then at the end, he said what he needed to say, right? He wants to be a part, or he wants to be the head of the table. And you just died. You just was so mad, David, because we all know that one person that you love, that's Cody Rhodes. He's been searching for the spot for quite a while. I will say a year and a half. And he was not able to get it. And now The Rock's like, get out of the way, fool. It's my turn. Because this is what people really, what the people's champion and the people want. They want The Rock as the head of the table. And I thought he was going to say he was going to run for office, honestly, but he said he wants a piece of the head of the table. So there you go. It was really cool. It's a very entertaining segment. People were absolutely crazy for the segment. Mr. Mahal did an excellent job not breaking. I don't know how the heck he did not laugh when The Rock was saying certain things. I would have been dying. I mean, seriously, he was so good. It was a good segment. Very, very well done segment. And now everybody is excited, extremely excited about the opportunity, maybe in WrestleMania. The only person that was pissed is Dave LaGreca.
Well, I think what you just said is one of the reasons why I was so upset. And that was like what you were saying about, hey, you just said it. In The Rock's mind, it's like, all right, step away, fool, meaning Cody Rhodes. It's my time. It's my place. And that couldn't be more incorrect. And listen, people are and we're going to get into this, I'm sure, with Justin. And I know we have O'Shea Jackson who's joining us later. And I mean, we have a stacked guest list today. Yeah. Justin LaBar is going to join us. Sam Roberts is going to join us. Julia Hart is going to join us. And O'Shea Jackson is going to join us. So I know he's really looking forward to WrestleMania 40. Yeah. So I just want to see the story finish. I want to see Cody in the main event at WrestleMania 40. But I would be a fool, Thunder, if I wasn't excited about The Rock. I think everybody's excited about The Rock. Did you see that video with Samantha Irvin?
Yes, it was trending.
It was amazing. Like, because I think her reaction was the reaction that everybody felt. Like, she's just sitting there. She almost looked bored, like listening to Jinder Mahal. And then all of a sudden The Rock's music plays and she literally jumped out of her chair. And I think everybody did that was in San Diego on Monday night.
Yeah, they were in San Diego.
It's hard, Thunder, for me to disagree with you about the wrestler of the week, because even though The Rock didn't have a match, he has everybody talking, whether it's me, whether it's you, or just the fans. You know, the WWE, and we always say that the Royal Rumble is the road to WrestleMania. I feel like the road to WrestleMania started Monday night on Raw. Like, I feel like on January 2nd that they said, you know what? We're getting you excited for WrestleMania 40 right now. And of course, when The Rock says, you know, I could sit at a bar, I could sit in the booth, but I'd rather sit at the head of the table. That's where everyone's mind is going to go. So mission accomplished by the WWE to get everybody hyped and excited for the next 3 to 4 months of what we're going to see in 2024.
Well, you know what, David, and I was saying this off the air, how the Rock goes so hard. I'm serious. He doesn't miss a beat. Like, he's just as current as he was before when he was wrestling. I mean, we all know because of Hollywood, because of everything else he does, but just the fact that people are just extremely excited about this possible opportunity, because people talked about it years prior to this, before he even mentioned this, and he got this segment. So this is something that the people has been waiting for a long, long time, right? And I think them pulling the trigger right now, it might be upsetting for some, but it's also it's a happy moment for everyone, because this is something that they've been asking for a long, long time. That we're going to have a 5-star match, I don't think nobody cares about that. They just care about being entertained and telling this part of the story, you know, with a current champion. And I was just wondering too, I was like, man, it must be nice to be that kind of champion that never really have to defend the championship unless it's in big pay-per-views.